Britain will defy Beijing by sailing HMS Queen Elizabeth aircraft carrier task force through disputed international waters in the South China Sea and deploy ships permanently in the region.
Here's a summary of the article.
Britain will sail an aircraft carrier task force through disputed international waters in the South China Sea in a direct challenge to Beijing, the Defense Secretary has revealed. Ben Wallace confirmed that HMS Queen Elizabeth and her escort fleet will transit international waters claimed by China next month, saying Britain had a duty to insist on freedom of navigation. Speaking on a visit to Tokyo, Mr. Wallace told The Times, "It's no secret that China shadows and challenges ships transients international waters on very legitimate routes. We will respect China and we hope that China respects us. We will sail where international law allows." After passing through the South China Sea in August, the British fleet will partake in exercises in the Philippine Sea with Australia, France, Japan, New Zealand, South Korea and the US. Mr. Wallace declined to say whether the fleet would breach the 12-mile zone around military bases China has built on disputed rocks in the South China Sea. U.S. warships and aircraft have passed close to the bases in the past, provoking warnings from Chinese vessels and angry responses from Beijing. Plans for the high-profile visit by the Carrier Strike Group come as London deepens security ties with Tokyo, which has expressed growing alarm in recent months over China's territorial ambitions in the region, including Taiwan. It will come to Japan through the South China Sea, parts of which are claimed by China and Southeast Asian countries after stops in India, Singapore and South Korea.
This post received a score of 36,000, with an upvote ratio of 92%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Basically, in order to prevent China from making a valid territorial claim over certain islands and constructs, or more accurately, to prevent the territorial and economic zone waters that come with those claims, the United States, the United Kingdom and other states that do not want China to have legal claim to the islands or at least the waters surrounding them under UNCLOS, must display that China does not have those legal rights. China asserts its sovereignty, and Western powers in calling it international waters and airspace dispute that sovereignty, and assert their freedom of navigation over these areas, which defeats the Chinese claim that they can restrict access to the waters. Every time a country successfully sails its ships through the area without China preventing that freedom of movement through international waters, its claim to the islands, and control over the surrounding waters is weakened. These ships will also zigzag through the waters so as to be very clear about the fact that they are not simply exercising their ability to briefly travel through the waters to get to their destination under the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, but rather do not see the waters as Chinese territorial waters.
It is comments like these that make digging through all of them so worthwhile. Thanks for giving my brain some wrinkles.
It's people like you, helping make this the top comment, that make it so easy for the lazy to still learn a thing or two.
He's doing his part.
The only good comment is an informative comment. Would you like to know more?
Reading comprehension guarantees citizenship.
Isn't this how Tomorrow Never Dies started?
Technically it started at an arms fair in what I'd regard as one of the best pre-credits sequences in Bond history.
You're absolutely correct. I might actually have to YouTube that scene now.
For the lazy.
That ejecting the navigator from one plane into the other is absolutely ridiculous, but I love it.
It's awesome. It's up there with Laser Wristwatch and Underwater Lotus Esprit.
Isn't this just business as usual? IIRC the US does the regularly, because sailing through it keeps China from being able to legally claim it.
It's business as usual for the US. The other countries do it far less frequently to the point that, yes, it is newsworthy when they do it. This time, for instance, they're doing it on the way to same military exercises with other countries. That can be read two different ways. One, they're only doing it because the group is going near there anyway, so why not make a statement too, or two, they're specifically choosing this route to get there as a statement.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.